Hi kids! How are you doing? My name is Teacher Joy. Can everybody say, Hi Teacher Joy? Let's listen and learn together. Today, I will be reading you 5 different stories. Exciting, isn't it? The title of the stories are The Shepherd's Boy and the Wolf, The Moon and Her Mother, The Wolf and the Horse, The Horse Stag, The Grasshopper and the Ants. Okay. When Teacher Joy is reading a story, what should we do? We should open our eyes, open your eyes, open our ears, lock your lips, sit like a pretzel, hands on your lap, and eye on the story. So let's start with the first story. The Shepherd's Boy and the Wolf. Once there was a shepherd boy who took all his sheep up on the mountain to have some grass. He was sitting there, but he was very bored. One day, he thought playing a prank. He started shouting, "Wolf came! Wolf came! Please help! Wolf came!" Next thing to this, all the farmers who are working under the hill came up running to help the boy. When they reached there, they saw no wolf. They became very angry. But the boy, when he saw the farmers, he started laughing. Seeing this all, the farmers were very angry. They said to the boy, "The next time you play such prank, we would never come to help you." The next day, the boy played the same prank again. He started shouting, "Wolf came! Wolf came! Please help! Wolf came!" And the farmers ran up again to help the boy, and they saw no wolf again. Everyone was very angry. After a few days, Shepherd Boy was with all his sheep on the hill again. And suddenly, a wolf came. He started attacking all his sheep. The boy was very scared. He started climbing the tree to save his life, and then he called for help. "Wolf came! Wolf came! Please help! Wolf came!" But all the farmers did not trust him and did not come to help the boy. The wolf continues attacking all the sheep and killed a few. After looking all this, the boy realized lying is a bad habit. If you lie, then people will not trust you.
Moral of the story: liars are not believed even they speak the truth. Lying can erode trust, and trust is so essential for a strong and successful relationship that when it is lost, it will be impossible to build again.
The Horse and the Stag. Long time ago, there was a horse that lived in a large green prairie. He lived there with no other animals to bother him. The horse have been living in this place for many years. One day, a young stag came into the same field to run about. So the stag rushed the grass, which was the horse's food, causing a lot of damage. By that time, the horse had become quite old and weak. The horse began to chase the animals as it was running his food, but the horse couldn't chase away the stag. And so, he went up to a man who passing by the large green prairie. "Would you please do something before the stag will crush all my grass?" pleaded by the horse. The man looked at the stag before answering.
Yes, I will help you. But you must let me put on the harness and the saddle, and I will ride on your back.
Why do you have to ride in my back? Asked the horse.
So that I can catch up the stag.
Answered by the man. Hearing the answer, the horse agreed to his condition. After the young man had his weapons ready, he rode on the horse and went after the stag. The young man was able to kill the stag after a short while. The horse was very happy. The horse turned to thank the man for his help.
No need to thank me, because I will use you to work for me in return.
Said the man. From that time, the horse had become the riding and carrying animal for the human.
Moral of the story: there is no virtue in giving to others what is useless to oneself. Don't you wish bad for others if you don't want to receive a bad returns too. The Horse and the Wolf.
Hi, Tia. Do you know what happened at school today? It was quite saddening though. What happened? You know how Barney keeps bullying everyone in school? Yes, everybody know how notorious he is. Well, yes, but today he did something nice and nobody believed that it was him. I couldn't understand why everyone behaved like that. I can imagine. Sometimes, if you have a bad reputation, even the good you do is not believed.
A hungry horse was looking for food outside the forest. Just then, a wolf came out of the jungle to talk to him.
My friend, are you hungry?
Yes, I am.
There's a fields of oats in the forest. I would be happy to tell you where it is.
Is that true?
Of course it is. You are my friend, and I only want the best for you. Don't you believe me?
You are a wolf. I believe you are only telling me about the field of oats because you don't eat oats.
If you would eat oats, you'd never tell me about the field.
And as much as the wolf tried to convince the horse of his good intention, he couldn't.
So you see, Tofu, once you have a poor reputation, you try to do something good also, nobody believes you. Yes, Tia. Hence we should always do good things.
Moral of the story: when someone with a bad reputation does a good deed, they will not be credited for it. We must value our reputation and always choose to do good things. The Moon and Her Mother.
High up in the sky, the moon shone with brightly in the night sky. Of all the things in the sky, the moon always had been prettiest of all. Night after night, the moon shone with all its beauty without fail. Then one night, as the moon noticed something, the moon saw the tiny little humans. Her eyes follows them, and she thought how beautiful they are in those. Awestruck, she observed little humans moving about in a pretty and colorful clothes with wide eyes. Now, when she shone night after night, she looked forward seeing humans in their clothes. It did not take long before the moon wished to have such clothes as well. It would be nice if I could have some beautiful clothes, she would wish. Every night, she observed the humans, seeing how we're all different from each other, and how great and colorful the earth looked because of them. Finally, one day, the moon decided to talk to her mother about getting some clothes. As the night started fading out and the sun came out towards the morning, the moon tells her mother, "Mother, oh dear mother, will you please get me a rainbow-colored cloak? Please, mother, I really want one. I do." The moon begged. Then, the mother finally tells to her daughter, "My sweet child, I wish I could make one for you, but it is not possible." Then the moon becomes extremely sad and repeats, "But I want one." The mother then explains, "You see, your shape is not constant. It changes incessantly every day. Even if I do make one for you, it won't fit the next day." The moon had no choice but to accept the truth and say, I understand that you're the right mother." After that day, the moon never asked for a rainbow-colored cloak, for she knew her own light was prettier than any other rainbow.
Moral of the story: those who change constantly do not get what they want, never gets what they truly desire. In life, persistence is a valuable trait. Continue your hard work despite hardship, opposition, or failure. The Grasshopper and the Ants. One spring day, a grasshopper was playing in a grassy green field when he noticed a line of ants marching along carrying some seeds.
Where are you going with that big load?
The grasshopper asked one of them. "We're taking the seeds to our nest," said the ant.
But it's such a beautiful day. Come and have fun with me.
"No," said the ant. "I think you should come work with us. It's going to be a long winter with lots of snow. You would better start storing your foods now."
Why worry about the winter? It's only spring, and there is lots of food everywhere.
Said the grasshopper as he chewed on a large blade of grass. All through the spring, the grasshopper did nothing except to eat, sleep, and play. He became quite fat. One day, during the summer, the grasshopper saw the long line of ants again. They were all carrying grains of wheat.
Where are you going with all that wheat?
The grasshopper asked. "We are taking it to our nest to save for winter," said one of the ants. "You should gather some wheat too. It's going to be a long winter, lots of snow."
I have all the food that I need right now. Why worry about winter? It's still summer. Winter is not here yet, and when it comes, I am sure I will be able to find some food.
All summer, the grasshopper did nothing but eat, sleep, and play. He became even fatter. One day, the grasshopper noticed that leaves were falling from the trees. Autumn had come. A few weeks later, winter came. Snow began to fall, just as the ant predicted. The snow was very deep. This was not a problem for the ants though. They were all snug on their nest with lots of good foods to eat. The grasshopper, however, had trouble finding food. He was very hungry and very miserable all winter. By the time winter had ended, the grasshopper had learned the valuable lesson. It is important to prepare for the future. Moral of the story: there's a time for work and a time for play. While one is having fun today without thinking about what will happen tomorrow, will suffer in the next day.
The one who prepares for tomorrow will benefit more.